It's a constant throughout your wedding day.
Yeah.
And it is the last thing that people will do. Whether they leave at 9 o'clock, whether they leave at 3 o'clock in the morning.
You're listening to the I Do Not Have a Clue podcast, hosted by Tom and Em.
We're a married couple that work in the wedding industry, and we're here to chat all things wedding. It's going to be a hell of a thing when I fall off. Splat everywhere. Hello!
Hey, and welcome back to part 2
Of
the I Do Not Have a Clue podcast.
where we're talking about the big four.
Yeah,
Already, we've done venue
and catering,
and catering. Part 2 is
entertainment and media.
and media. So we're going to get stuck straight into this and pick up where we left off on last week's episode. On to the entertainment. Why is entertainment in the big four?
Because it's great.
Because it's amazing fun.
Yeah.
That's the fun bit. And I think, actually, that's the bit that can be the most unpredictable from a guest point of view. They know there's going to be, the likelihood is there's going to be some sort of dancing.
Yeah.
But whether that's a DJ, is that a playlist? Is that a wedding band? Is that a show band? Is that a roaming band during a wedding breakfast? There's going to be some sort of entertainment somewhere, but the guests don't know. Whereas they know there's going to be a ceremony, and that 99% of the time they're going to get fed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they're probably used to, they expect to have a photographer or videographer there. They expect to be entertained, but they don't know how they're going to be entertained.
Yeah.
So that's why it's really important to get it right, because you need to, it's your real opportunity to wow people. But I think, first and foremost, why is it in the big four? Weddings are a celebration. They are fun. They are happy days, what they're supposed to be. Right? A wedding is a celebration. And celebrations always involve music.
Yeah.
I can't think of a celebration I've been to, be it birthday party, be it wedding, a funeral, a celebration of someone's life. Any form of celebration has music in it. Somewhere.
True. Yeah, you are right, yeah.
Somewhere. And music is such a, this is going to sound really cliche, and you can tell I'm passionate about this, but music is such a what's the word?
Universal?
Universal language.
We are on point today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or you've heard me say that far too many times on the sales call. But
No.
music is a universal language. It brings people together. Again, if you don't know people at your wedding and you're sitting around this table for a wedding breakfast, but then there's a roaming band that comes in and starts playing a song that all of you know, all of a sudden you're dancing next to somebody like you don't care, that you've never met before.
That's what I really liked looking back at the media as well. Not just our wedding, but other people's.
Yeah.
Like looking at the interactions between like the ages or the bridesmaids and groomsmen, and like you can see in this picture of actually what's happening.
Just how happy entertainment makes people.
Just through music and entertainment. It's
So
really, really cool.
First of all, it's a celebration. Music needs a celebration. Sorry, a celebration needs music.
Yeah.
But also, there's going to be quite a few important moments in your wedding. So let's talk about the ceremony very briefly. Someone's going to probably walk down the aisle, whether that be one person, whether that be two people. There's going to be an aisle walk.
Yeah.
You're going to sign some paperwork.
Yeah.
And you're going to leave your ceremony.
Yeah.
And then you're going to enter your wedding breakfast.
Yeah.
You might have a first dance. You might have a special song.
Yeah.
You might have I know it's quite an American thing, but a father-daughter dance, a mother-son dance.
Did you really struggle with your relationship there?
No. I burped. And I was like, can I cut this out? I was like, no, I can't hold this. It's just going to have to happen. No, I didn't. I knew exactly what I wanted to say. I just burped. On a podcast. Fantastic.
Oh, love that for us. Thank you.
But yeah, there's other special dance or pieces of music that you might want played. All of those things are going to be reinforced by music. Right? You can walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
And it will look lovely. But you want something. Whether it's, even if it's just Spotify, you're going to want something. Obviously,
that'd be
live
really
music.
awkward just walking down. It'd be
with no music.
Yeah.
But like, obviously, live music is going to enhance that. But you're going to want some form of entertainment to play you down, to play reinforce those major parts of the day.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think one of the other reasons, there's two other reasons actually, why entertainment is in the big four. 95% of that's not a stat, that is a figure of speech, but 95% of the energy generated at your wedding day is going to be from the entertainment. If you want loads of like crazy energy for your speeches and a bustling wedding breakfast that isn't rowdy but feels like there's a buzz in the room, do you know what I mean? Like it feels like there's something going on. You've got to have some kind of entertainment during your wedding breakfast, some kind of music. The roaming band that the Rockets Collective provide, we know, right? It is like the best for that. There is no other way that you're going to get that amount of energy into a wedding breakfast.
Yeah.
But even in your drinks reception, stop people getting bored. You're not there because you're off having pictures and things like that. But stop people getting bored. Stop people wandering off. Have some kind of live music in your drinks reception.
I was literally about to say, normally, what I've found with like working with the Rockets Collective is wherever you want to keep your guests, so they're all in the same place. You have music, or you have some sort of live. I don't know, like not a musician, a magician, like
a magician, yeah.
You know,
but
like,
even then, that would be reinforced by background music.
Yeah, definitely. But you focus where you want people.
You create a focal point, especially if, as a couple, you're not going to be there.
Exactly.
i.e., the drinks reception.
Yeah.
But then, in the evening, for example, I understand that budgets come into it.
Yeah.
I totally understand that. But the amount of people that come to me at the Rockets Collective and we're doing a video call and we're chatting, I ask them, so why do you want a band? Like, what is it that makes you want a wedding band? Or a show band, especially? They say, oh, we went to this wedding and the band were rubbish, or we went to a wedding and they just had a Spotify playlist and things like that. And it is, I'm going to say, it's going to make or break your wedding day.
Yeah.
Live entertainment will make or break your wedding day.
It just brings this extra vibe and this extra special moment, I suppose.
It's a constant throughout your wedding day.
Yeah.
And it is the last thing that people will do. Whether they leave at 9 o'clock, whether they leave at 3 o'clock in the morning. The last thing they'll do is dance and party.
Yeah.
Or listen.
Yeah.
The amount of times I get comments from normally middle-aged guys or older guys, granddads and things like that, that I haven't seen on the dance floor all night, but I come up to it at the end and go, you guys were brilliant.
Yeah, true.
People are still, even though they're not dancing, you might think, oh, we've got quite a few old people at our wedding, or we're not really the dancing type. People still want to sit and enjoy it.
That reminds me of that picture that we've got.
Oh, is this the granny story?
It is. I loved it.
Do you want to tell it, or shall I?
No, you go for it.
This is like one of the reasons that it just epitomises why I run the Rockets Collective the way that I do. We have a lot of roaming musicians in the bigger band, or in any of the bands for the evening. There are points where the only musicians on the stage are the drummer and the pianist, which is me. Because I'm still working on a way that someone can like remote control move me and my piano around the dance floor. But
you could get on a Segway.
Oh yeah, and the piano.
Yeah, I won't be able to do an attachment.
It's gonna be a hell of a thing when I fall off. Splat everywhere. Anyway, so there's a lot of guys roaming, and our sax player is especially good for it. Really good at that.
Really good.
And there was it was on New Year's Eve, 2022.
Wow, that's a very good memory.
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve 2022, and we were at a fantastic venue that I'm going to shout out called Ramster Hall down in Chiddingfold in like Surrey, so like Hazelmere kind of way. And brilliant venue. We love playing there. We're there multiple times a year, and dance floor was absolutely rammed. They had loads of people, and obviously it was New Year, so everyone was well up for a party. But I don't know the relationship. I think it was the grandma of the bride or the groom really wanted to get on the dance floor, and she was an old lady. She must have been well into her 90s, but really wanted to have a party.
If you were 70, we're really sorry.
What?
Just saying if she was.
If she was okay. Yeah, sorry, but she must have been. I think she was quite an
Yeah,
elderly lady, and she really wanted to get on the dance floor, but it was just too busy, and I think she was a bit like uncertain. So we've got this brilliant pro shot. We've got phone footage of it as well. That just we happen to capture both of this, but one of the pro shots of her sitting on a chair having a dance, but then my sax player sitting down next to her. And they're doing Higher and Higher by Jackie Wilson. Your love keeps lifting me. And it epitomizes why live music is so important. Because we had kids on that dance floor and we were entertaining, I'm going to put it out there, the oldest person in the room.
Yeah.
Right? And that's really special.
And it meant a lot to the bride and groom as well.
They were,
because they didn't realise it happened until they flicked back through the pictures.
And also, I think it was a guest that videoed it, and the bride sent it to me and was just like, "Thank you so much."
Oh, it was so. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, the entertainment's going to do that. That's what entertainment does. So, I think that's the energy is brought by the entertainment, but alongside that, the energy is brought by your MC.
Yes.
By your host.
Yeah.
And yes, asking a friend to do it is great. Asking a professional to do it knows how. I know, as a wedding host, I'm going to toot my own trumpet here. I know how to inject energy at certain time, or at any point of the day, but when it's required, I know how to inject energy into a wedding breakfast.
100%.
Into a drinks reception, into the evening reception, and bring it back again so that we've got somewhere to go again.
Yeah.
But that's all part of entertainment.
Yeah.
And entertainment is going to do that. The other thing, and this is just a really easy win. Let's say you get married at 1 and you finish at 12. That's an 11-hour day.
Wow.
If your first dance is at, say, 7 o'clock and you've got entertainment sorted for the evening, you've ticked off just under half your wedding day already with one supplier.
I've never thought about it
it's like a really easy win.
Yeah.
How do we fill the time on our wedding day? What about this? What about this? Entertainment.
Yeah.
We've got a 2-hour drinks reception. Well, the canapes are only going to last for this long.
It's not this endless supply of canapes.
And what if it's raining? And but what if it's too hot? Oh, what if the guests get bored? Entertainment.
Yeah, it's true.
The wedding breakfast. Oh, it's 2.5 hours really. By the time we've had a dinner and then speeches and all of that.
Get some energy in the room.
How do we
Get the
how do we feel
MC out.
that? MC host, roaming band.
Yeah.
It's all that the ceremony. Oh, what about if our guests are sitting down and I'm late down the aisle as whoever's walking down the aisle, bride, groom, whatever. How do we keep them entertained?
Live entertainment.
A duo, a trio, a quartet, something like that.
Harpist. Well, all harpists are strings.
I was going to say, if you could show me a harp that isn't strings, you're like musically minded as well.
That's the concerning thing. My brain today is just like...
Perfect for recording a podcast. Anyway, so entertainment is in the big four for those reasons.
Yeah.
And then, why is media in the big four? I think...
Can I take this one first?
Yes, I'd love you to.
I personally believe that media should be in the big four because when...
Sounds like you're doing like a... And this is my manifesto for the upcoming election, which I'd vote for you.
Thank you.
I'd vote for you. If for anyone that's watching this like 3 years later, we're recording this on the week of the general election in 2024.
I said this to someone the other day that I should be Prime Minister.
You wouldn't cope as a Prime Minister.
Wow.
You get too emotionally attached.
Yeah, I would.
Anyway, sorry.
So,
the media, it's in the big four.
Because when you're looking back and you've got a family or family friends round and someone goes, oh, what did your dress look like?
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a... Because let's be honest, you get married, I mean, for us anyway, you get married, you have a look at the pictures and then a year goes by and you're like, oh... I might have a flick through our wedding album.
Yeah.
It's not every day. Or someone goes, oh, remember this at the wedding? Have you got a picture? Or have you
Mm,
got this? And I'm like, oh, actually, I don't know. Flick, 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 flick. Oh, I didn't know that was like,
yeah,
it's just so special to look back at all these memories
100%.
and this like special day.
And I think going on that, your wedding day flies by. It's so
It
quick.
really
It goes,
does.
and you forget
Everyone
things.
says it.
There's not a couple that I've worked with that doesn't be like. I go up to them and like, how you doing? Like, are you enjoying it? Yeah, it's just a bit of a whirlwind, isn't it? But I'm having loads of fun.
Yeah, I just don't want it to end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's great because it means that you're having fun and your suppliers are doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But you forget that things happen.
True.
Like, I was thinking this the other day actually, and I haven't even told you. Like, when we were having our couple shots out on the golf course,
Yeah.
we just because we wanted that kind of more. It was posed candid, if that's a thing, but like not like stand here and position here, but just go for a walk,
Yeah.
and I'm going to take pictures of you.
Yeah.
And we just chatted.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, did you see that person in the ceremony?
Yeah.
Oh, but I forgot that we did that.
That's true too.
Like,
yeah.
So, Guy, one of my groomsmen, big up, what a legend. We had to wear masks in the church, apart from us two and the vicar.
Yeah.
Everybody had to wear masks
Yeah.
because that was just the rule of the Church of
COVID.
England at the time. So, and all of the groomsmen obviously in the same suits, and all of them had a blue mask on, apart from Guy.
All of them.
Well, so yeah, they were like nose out, mouth, whatever. But
No, I was more thinking except Guy.
except Guy, who wore I think
Is it yellow?
grey or black and yellow, kind of like stripy, camo-y kind of. I can't quite imagine it. So, Guy, sorry if I'm doing it dirty here, but mask, and then you see the pictures as they go through the ceremony, and all of a sudden, you've got a blue mask on. And I know that's not Photoshop.
Yeah.
So Guy's changed his mask halfway through, and obviously we're so kind of, we didn't realise it, but that's absolutely hilarious.
That's so funny. My other favourite one of my bridesmaids, I'm naming no names. In the pictures, you see she gets the mask the wrong way around. So the rule was when you stand up
to sing a song,
you put your mask on.
if you're just sitting there.
But if you're sitting there, if you needed to, you could take it off. This particular bridesmaid got it the wrong way around. So every time she stood up, the mask's in her hand or it's on the seat next to
So
her.
she can absolutely belt out at him.
Yeah, honestly.
And then when she sat down, she was like, can't breathe, I've got it on, but it's really warm. But anyway, we
didn't realise
those things happened
until
you get the pictures.
Yeah.
But and I've spoken about this before, I've got two favourite pictures from my wedding day.
Yeah.
One of them is of me and you just going for a walk on the golf course.
Okay.
And one of them is, and I think we're both laughing because I'd probably said something absolutely hilarious. Like
I
normal.
would probably doubt.
Yeah,
I would
probably
know.
me just being an absolute comical genius that I am. Anyway.
Yes, darling.
But that, because that was me and you, just us two, and then also the picture of me and my granddad.
Yeah.
Just having a hug, and I gave that to my granddad on his birthday. Got a frame for it, and yeah, and he absolutely loved it. It's popped up in his in the living room now.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Have you told your granddad you're filming these?
No, I think he knows. I have to show him how to work YouTube again.
Interesting.
Anyway, but those are my
That's
two
just
favourite
what made me
pictures,
think
and
of,
and,
yeah.
and, the, and it's really nice to look back on those.
Yeah.
So, I think this is going to be memories not just for the next year, not just for a couple of years, but I want to show my grandkids the picture of me and my granddad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that would be their great granddad.
What's my favourite picture from the wedding? Can you remember?
I don't know if this is your favourite, but it's a favourite one of ours together. I think you and the bridesmaids were having a picture taken, an organised group shot, and there's a picture of some of the groomsmen holding their bags in a very camp manner.
No, it's not that one.
No?
That is a good one. When we just signed the register and there's your brother, me and my sister.
So we had my brother and your sister as our witnesses.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites.
So, yeah, that was a really nice one.
Yeah.
All four of us together. But
anyway, that shows us.
We'll come back to photos and what our favourite ones
why
were.
it was important.
I think
let's
do a podcast on our wedding.
I think that'd be really
Like
good.
just on our wedding.
Would anyone be interested, by the way?
Let us know, because we can natter about our wedding for ages.
Yeah.
But the main reason you're having photo and video is because you're remembering. It's a visual memory of the memories you've created, of that event, visual thing of those
Yeah.
memories you've created. But why it's in the big four, not just only because of that, but I think, again, going back to the point I made earlier about all of these, they book really quickly. And the
Yes.
photography and videography, your media, along with the entertainment, are
It's nuts how far in advance
they're
they
booking
book.
so
Yeah.
far in advance, and they're super busy. But the entertainment and the media are so, what's the word? So, like, it's your choice. It's such a personal opinion of how you want it. Do you want lots of pose shots? Do you want lots of candid shots? Do you want like a cinematic videography, or do you want like really close up personal kind of stuff? And obviously with the entertainment as well, like it's the roaming band just doesn't work for some people, and that's okay. But it's like, and do you want a big band? Do you want a sort? There's a lot. It's very, very personal choice.
Yeah.
But if you know, and I'm combining the media and the entertainment here, if you know you really want a certain someone or certain group or supplier because you've seen them online,
Yeah.
and then you go to book them and they're all, because you've left it a bit late and they're already booked,
Yeah.
you're then trying to hunt for somebody that is exactly like them that isn't them.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
every supplier is doing their absolute damnedest
To be an individual, yes.
and to do things their way. You might find someone that is close, but it's not going to be them.
You're never ever going to find a carbon copy of
A supplier.
Yeah, of a supplier.
And then going back to that couple that...
Similar,
100%. But going back... And a lot of suppliers are very similar, but they all just have their own edge.
Yeah.
Going back to that couple that basically booked us before they booked their venue. They worked their venue date around our availability.
Yeah, true.
It happens with photographers as well.
Yeah.
I speak to a lot of photographers and videographers, but I was speaking this because I was speaking to a photographer on the weekend, and she said that people follow her for a year because they think they might be getting engaged at some point soon.
Oh.
And then they drop into her DMs, "I've just got engaged. I've followed you for ages. I'd love to book you." It's quite a personal thing. So I think as well, with the media being in the big four, it will influence a lot of the smaller choices.
Yes.
With the media, because like, it brings to mind a couple of things that people say, like that we said as well. Oh, that would look great in the wedding photos. Or
Yeah,
I'd love to remember this.
Yeah.
Or like, that in a way, you want to take it all in on your wedding day.
Yeah.
But in a way, you don't have to know every single thing that's going on at once.
Yeah.
Like, we've got a great picture. So Nick, who was one of my groomsmen, brilliant guy, and there was a few people that he knew there, and a family that he's really close with that had kids. Okay, and they were still fairly young.
Yeah.
And there's some brilliant pictures of Nick playing with those kids at our wedding that we didn't even know happened. It was in a different part of the venue, and it's like, oh, everyone had a great time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you don't forget about people, but it's so much to take in.
Yeah. I mean, you do forget about some people, to be fair.
No. But I mean, like
I didn't even see them. Oh, look, there's no
exactly.
photos.
But like, you're not constantly thinking, oh, I hope everyone's doing this. Are they having a good time? But you know they're there, and you really appreciate them being there. But if you don't focus on you two as a couple, you don't take any of it in.
You also hear some great stories.
Yeah.
From people, if you give people the access to the album after,
yeah,
and you're talking about the wedding,
it triggers memories for them. It triggers
memories, because at that time I've just finished uni. I worked as a gymnastics coach, another fun fact, and some of my gym friends came to the wedding after, and one of the questions we got after the wedding was, "Oh, who was that man?" And I was like, "Which one?" Picked him out of the picture. And they're like, "Oh, he was the one that was trying to get my boss at the time to do a backflip at the wedding." And I was like, interesting.
So you hear all sorts of things.
Yeah, you do. It's really fun.
But, Yeah, so that's the big four. That's why that we think that the venue, the catering, the entertainment, and your media, your photo, video,
Yeah.
should be in the big four. Now, we're gonna do some tips for booking these
Okay.
as well. I think I'd like to do that. And tip number uno,
It's one.
what's the app called?
Duolingo.
Duolingo, doing its
It's
thing.
got nothing on me.
I know you're very good at Spanish. But anyway, the tips are juggle all of these at the same time.
Yeah.
Don't think, right, venue, headstrong on my venue.
Yeah.
I've just done the same thing. I've just pushed my microphone into my schnoz this time.
At least it just wasn't your tough.
No, my tooth. But now I've got a hurty schnoz and I had a hurty tooth all from a microphone. Anyway,
Oh dear.
we're rambling again. Juggle all of these at the same time. Take all of them into account when booking each other.
Yeah.
If dependent on priority. And I'm going to use it as an example again. But if you know that you really want a big band at your wedding,
Yeah.
don't go booking a venue that's got an 80 decibel sound limiter and only allows DJs. Do you know what I mean?
In-house teachers as well.
In-house DJs. But you need to make sure that you're...
If you want something, you need to make sure that's going to be
that
catered
supply
for.
Exactly. Some people are like, I have to have this venue, I'll make everything else work.
Yeah, literally.
And that's
it's all
okay.
about what your priorities
That's okay,
are.
exactly. But juggle all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And then do some research into all of them before you book any of them.
I was going to say, and you need to do it all at a similar time.
Yeah, so we're juggling all of them and doing them all at a similar time. But do some research into all of these things before you book
any of them. Yeah.
And then, I'd like to do a separate little thing on this, whether it's a bonus episode, whether it's a full podcast, I don't know. But be aware, most suppliers won't advertise their pricing.
It's true.
You can't, and it's just a thing in the wedding industry, you can't just go on and say, oh, I like this photographer, how much do they cost? Oh, I like this band, how much do they cost?
Yeah.
You normally need to get in touch. There'll be like some kind of consultation or a call or something like that. Now, don't get frustrated by it. And I really implore you to, as a couple getting married, please don't get frustrated by it. Yes, you don't get answers straight away. And the modern world is, I need an answer now.
Yeah.
However, trust the process. As an owner of a wedding company, the Rockets Collective, I don't advertise my prices, not out of trying to be deceitful, not out of trying to lure people in, purely because my company offers so many different things that it would literally be impossible to say, this is what you get. Or it would literally be impossible to say...
because it changes so much.
And we've set the company up to not be a wedding factory.
Yeah.
To make it unique to each couple. If you want it to be unique...
It changes so much.
And as a couple, if you want it to be unique, you've got to be prepared for a bespoke quote to be got to you.
Yeah. I was about to say, a lot of quotes now are bespoke.
Yeah, 100%.
Because quite often now, in this sort of environment, you don't want everything that's on offer.
You want to make it your own.
If you go with that package, I would be annoyed if I was paying for something I didn't want.
Yeah, 100%. We changed our package.
Yeah. Well, we could.
Some places you can't. I think venues are probably the most not transparent, but the most open with their pricing at the beginning.
Yeah.
But often you can tell, even with a band.
Yeah.
Like with a show band, for example, right? A show band's not going to be cheap. It's not going to... The Rockets Collective, right? I will happily say to anybody that is looking at booking us, we are not the cheapest band you will find.
However...
We're not the most expensive by a long way. By thousands of pounds, we're not the most expensive. However, I honestly believe we'll give you the best time.
I would second that.
But... So you can see that and look at that just by someone's website, by someone the style of wedding they're playing on Instagram and things like that.
Yeah.
You can kind of get a vibe for whether someone's going to be in the rough ballpark. If you've got £200 to spend on some entertainment, you're looking at a DJ or a pub band.
I would probably say if you're looking at £200 for entertainment, it's going to be a bit of a struggle.
Well, there's a lot of people that go out for not very much money in the wedding industry, in entertainment, but you'll be But my point is,
Yeah.
you'll be able to tell roughly whether if a venue is like a castle in Hyde Park that doesn't exist, but a castle in Hyde Park is going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
You can sort of get a vibe for it, but please don't get frustrated that suppliers aren't putting their prices on their website. It's because they don't know what you want.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is chat to you. I'm not there on my calls. I'm not selling. I'm chatting to people about their wedding day. You hear me do them all the time from the office.
Yeah.
I'm not like hard salesman. I'm not like that. I want to know about your wedding day. I'm talking a lot, but I'm asking them, what about this? Oh, what are you doing about this on your wedding day? Like, tell me about that. Tell me the vibe for your wedding day. And we just want to know how we're all creatives at the end of the day in the wedding industry.
Yeah.
We want to know that we want to do a damn good job. We want to be perfectionists. How can we make sure that happens for you guys? Very quickly, always check reviews, good and bad. Always check the reviews for any wedding supplier, wedding venue, ice cream tricycle thing. Anything that you're... A donkey. I got it in there. Got it in there. The donkey for the drinks reception. Check the supplies. Did the donkey behave? Did it not behave?
Did it poop everywhere?
Did it poop everywhere?
Who cleaned it up?
Did it go and get more beer when it ran out of beer?
Probably not. The donkey's like, that's enough. Thank you very much.
Check the reviews, good or bad. Make sure. And then all of these, and again, we're going to go into this when we do the deep dives on each of them. All of them are going to have a very rough 4-step process. There's before the hunt begins. What do you need to do before the hunt begins? That's the whole aligning your visions and that kind of thing. What do we want from this kind of supplier? Then there's the hunt online. There's the working out what sort of lining some meetings up and that kind of thing. Then you've got the call / the visit, the meeting, and taking that all in. And then there's the booking, deciding who you want, the shopping around, and then the final, actually, we're going to lock this person in.
Yeah.
So all of them have got that.
Yeah.
And they're my tips. There are tips for booking your big 4. That is the big 4.
Yep.
30-second roundup. Do you want it, or do you want me to take it?
I can do it. I could briefly...
We're not going to round up everything.
No, I'm not
just
doing
some of the points that we've gone over. Some things that you think are really important as someone who's got married, but the mistakes and the...
This isn't all going to fit in 30 seconds.
Oh, so you think everyone just makes mistakes?
No.
Joking.
I'm just saying, let's be realistic.
Just see what you can get.
Yeah.
See what you can get. Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Big 4. Venue, catering, entertainment, media.
Good, in the right order.
Thank you. Doing it all at the same time.
Juggling them.
Making sure your visions align with your partner, looking at priorities. All of them interact with each other to have a big skeleton.
They form the backbone of your wedding day.
Correct. And if you need any tips and tricks, you know where to come. Listen
to this podcast again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
But also message us. We just want to help people.
Yeah.
We really enjoy helping people. And like I said at the beginning of the podcast, we want people to enjoy the wedding day.
Yeah.
And the wedding, but most importantly, the wedding planning process.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. So next week, as we said, we are going to do our first deep dive, if that's what we're calling them, into the venue hunt. Or the venue.
Exciting.
Getting that venue sorted. Because like we've said, that's priority number 1. Getting that sorted, getting that locked in.
Yeah.
So we all know, or you know, where you're getting married.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm quite excited to do the venue one. I think we've both got quite a bit to say on the venue hunt, and obviously there are millions of different types of venues. So that'd be a lot of fun. So make sure you tune in next week. But thank you so much for coming back for a 3rd week running. Well, technically it's 4. But thank you so much for coming back for the 3rd official episode of the I Do Not Have a Clue podcast. And we will see you next week for the venue hunt. Have a great week, guys. Speak to you later.
See you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the I Do Not Have a Clue podcast.
If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
If you're listening to us on Spotify, don't forget to follow us so you don't miss the next episode of the I Do Not Have a Clue podcast. Oh, and while you're there, do us a solid and rate us 5 stars.